Hey guys, this is Lisa Tedder with Tedder Bear Stamping, and today my doggy and I are going to bring you a card that uses a technique that I haven't done before and I didn't even know was possible. So I'm hoping you'll hang in for that. First off, let me let you know that I am a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in the United States, so if you are in need of a demonstrator, please get a hold of me and I would love to send you a catalog or help you in anything you need help with. Anything that I have in my blog or in my videos, for the last quite a bit, I put it out on my blog, which is tedderbearstamping.com, and you can get all the ingredients for each card and have it be the measurements and everything. So I hope you stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, so I'm not going to start off showing you the card because I don't want to. I mean, you probably saw it at the beginning of the video, but I'm not going to show you it now because I want to go ahead and get started. So we're going to come in with the gold edged ribbon, and I am going to color it with the Misty Moonlight, which I love that we have now, that the in colors. And we're gonna, because I want this to dry, so I'm gonna do it first. This is such a pretty color. Okay, so I'm gonna put that aside to dry, and you can tell why. So all right, we're gonna come in with a piece of black that is 3 3/4 by 5, and we're going to need 2 of these. So if you're stamping along, go ahead and get you one of those. I'm going to bring in the birch background stamp, and I'm going to bring in a block that is just plain, and I'm going to shake up the frost white paint. Since we don't have silver stamping, this seemed to work really well. For some reason on the black it looks silver. So I'm just going to pour some on here. Not a lot, but enough to where I can get my foam ruler wet. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use this to get my foam ruler all covered. Then come in with my stamp here, and this is me inking it up. Alright, put this aside. Now of course if you were doing this at home you'd wash this right away, but I'm going to wait until I get done. Okay, so we're going to go in here and just press on this so that the ink transfers. See how that looks like silver? Love it. Alright, so I have to heat set this because I'm going to do a next step and I don't want this to be wet. Alright, I think that's pretty dry. I'm going to come in with our new paint water brushes. I'm not sure of the proper name, but you go ahead and squeeze it until it's wet. I should have a paper towel here, but I don't. Alright, so then I'm going to just squeeze it over the top of this that I've just done. Alright, and then I'm going to come in with gold embossing powder. Did you know that embossing powder sticks to water? I didn't know that. I don't know where I've been. Alright, so there you have that, and then I'm going to heat set that. And now this takes a while because for some reason with the water it takes a lot longer to dry. See what I mean? It did take quite a while, but it sure is pretty. All right, so then I'm going to come in with a piece of gold that is a little bit bigger than this, and I'm going to cut out the inside because I don't want to waste all this that you won't be able to see. So I'm bringing in my cutter, and I'm just going to do, I know I don't need this much cut off, but I'm just going to do the 1/4 inch all the way around. Because that just, or 1/2 inch, I'm sorry, it is a 1/2, not a 1/4. I could do a 1/4 and it would be fine because this is just a 1/16 or an 1/8 of an inch around. Okay, so now I can use this for something else, which I am going to use later in this video. Always want to save if we can. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put this onto here. And let me grab my adhesive. So I'm going to go ahead and just, whoa, pulled it right on off, didn't it? I don't want to have, now that I've pulled it off, it makes it hard. So let's go, there we go. This is the Stamp and Seal Plus, so it really makes it stick. Not sure if you can tell, but it has these little ridges in it. Let's see if I can show you. It's really hard to tell. Okay, so make sure you don't have any that's hanging over. And go ahead and put that on. Okay, so then I'm going to come in with the dies for the world, and I'm going to cut this out of the Misty Moonlight. No, this out of the gold, so it matches. This out of the Misty Moonlight, and then this one I'm going to do silver because I want silver and gold on this. So I've already done that, and here they are. So let me grab my liquid glue. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and put this on the back. Whoa, a little bit much there. So let's move it around. Hopefully it doesn't ooze. Alright. Yeah, I did put some up there. Let's see. And I did get a little bit out, so be careful when you do your glue. I will come in with my eraser later and get that off. Okay, then I'm going to go ahead and put this down. Let's move this. And then just dot this part. Even though the world is going to be holding it in place, I want it to be down. Okay. And I'm going to have it to the left a little bit because I am going to have my sentiment go around the front. And again, boy, this glue was really wet this time. Alright, so then I'm going to use dimensionals for this so that I can pop it up. Okay, now, I'm assuming this is the right way the world goes. I am not good at geography. Alright, so then we're going to come in with a black strip that is 3/4 of an inch. And we're going to use Embossing Buddy. I know we don't carry it anymore, but you still want to use it, especially if you're embossing colors. Clear is not so important. And I'm going to come in with the world's sentiment here that says adventure awaits. And I'm sorry if my head gets in the way, but I'm trying to get this in here. Did not get it straight. Let me try one more time. You would think. There, much better. Okay, so now I'm going to heat set that. So you can tell that that worked much better. I'm going to let it cool off just a minute because I want to get off all the Embossing Buddy on there. Okay, and I'm going to wipe it on my pants because that's just what I do, and it gets it all off. So I'm going to come in with my snips and just trim just a little bit so that when I go to put it in the thing, it will be ready. And I'm going to use the Banners Pick a Punch, which is brand new. And this is why I turn it upside down, because you can see that part, I don't know that you can really see, but part of it is being the gold, you can see that it's peeking through, so I want to make sure that I don't cut into that. So let's do the same thing on the other side. Okay, so there's that. And then I'm going to go ahead and do the same for a gold that's like a 1/16 of an inch bigger and trim that. And then I'm going to go ahead and put this on here, and then I'll be able to see where to go. I mean, it is just a tad bit bigger. And that's what I wanted. Well, you can't even see it on that edge, but you'll see it on the end, so that's important. And trim it. There it is. Let me get a little bit more because I did not get it close enough. There we go. Okay, so now we have our banner with the gold around. Then we're going to come in with our ribbon because now it should be dry, and it's very stiff, but that's not a problem. Just do that, and then we're going to go ahead and wrap this around. I'm going to start one edge, and then I'll be able to turn it. Okay. Okay, and then I'm going to come in with my banner that I just did and put some dimensionals on that. And this is going to go right here. And then this is going to go on a piece of 8.5 by 5.5 piece of the Misty Moonlight. And I always go over my ribbon because that way it ensures that it's going to stay on where I put it. Okay, and then I'm going to put a glue dot under this because see how it's all willy wonky? Don't want that. All right, so we have that. So now for the inside, we are going to take a white piece, which I don't have. Hold on one second. Okay, so I'm going to come in with the die that comes with the set of the world, and I'm going to put it down here at the bottom, and I'm going to run this through the machine, and I'll be right back. Okay, so here we have that, and then I cut a piece of off of the piece that I cut earlier. I cut a small strip, if I can find where I stuck it. Well, let's just cut it again, because that's what happens. Okay, so I'm just going to do a 1/2 inch, maybe a little bit more. And I'm going to go ahead and place it onto the back so it shows up. And I'm going to put some glue on here because I don't think I can get in there with the tape as well. And then trim off the edges here. And it doesn't matter that it's not straight, because as long as this is covered, we're good. Okay, so now I'm going to come in with my adhesive, go over that to make sure it stays. You would of course want it to be dry before you do this. And put it on the inside of the black. Now, of course, you would make sure it's centered properly. And I am using the plus, so of course it's going to stick. All right, so then we're going to do the stamp set, or the inside, and I'm going to do that in the Misty Moonlight, just to make sure that everything coordinates. No, Jack, that was Mama. Every time I do this and pound on the stamps, he thinks somebody's at the door. All right, and then I'm going to put this on. Make sure I have it the right way. Isn't this pretty? So I hope you enjoyed this, and that you've now learned something new for the embossing powders. And I will, see, that's so dark. I will see you next time. Thank you.